History remembers him as a giant, a conqueror without equal, a king who, before the age of 33, changed the fate of continents. But today, we ask a dangerous question. Was Alexander the Great really that great? Was he a visionary who reshaped civilization? Or simply a brilliant warlord whose legend grew larger than his life? To answer this, we must step beyond myth and into the uncertain world of history. Alexander was born in 356 BCE in the kingdom of Macedon, on the northern edge of the Greek world. His father, Philip II, was not merely a king. He was a military reformer who built the most disciplined army Greece had ever seen. From childhood, Alexander was trained to rule and to fight. At the age of 13, he was taught by Aristotle, who introduced him to philosophy, science, medicine, and Homer's Iliad. From these lessons, Alexander learned two things. First, that knowledge was power. Second, that heroes were remembered forever. And Alexander intended to become one. In 336 BCE, when Alexander was only 20 years old, his father was assassinated. The circumstances were unclear. The killer was executed. The truth was buried. But one fact was certain. Within days, Alexander claimed the throne. Rivals were eliminated. Rebellious cities were crushed. By force and speed, Alexander secured his kingdom. Before he could conquer the world, he first conquered his own people. Across the sea lay the greatest empire on earth, Persia. For generations, Greeks had feared Persian power. Now, Alexander marched east, claiming he would avenge past invasions and free Greek cities under Persian rule. In 334 BCE, he crossed into Asia. At the Battle of the Granicus, he nearly died leading the charge himself. At Issus, he defeated the Persian king Darius III, despite being outnumbered. Here, we see the first reason for his greatness. Alexander was not a general who commanded from safety. He fought in the front line. He shared danger with his soldiers. And because of this, they followed him anywhere. City after city fell. Some resisted and were destroyed. Others surrendered and were spared. In Egypt, Alexander was welcomed as a liberator. He founded a city that still bears his name, Alexandria. In Persia, he took the royal capitals, Babylon, Susa, and Persepolis. Then came the fire. Persepolis, the ceremonial heart of the Persian Empire, was burned. Was it revenge for past Persian crimes? A political message? Or a drunken mistake? Even today, historians disagree. Here, the legend becomes unclear. Was Alexander a disciplined statesman, or a young conqueror losing control of his power? But Alexander was not satisfied. He marched farther east, into lands no Greek army had ever seen, through deserts, across mountains, into India. At the Battle of the Hydaspes, he defeated King Porus, facing war elephants for the first time. Yet this victory revealed a limit. His army was exhausted. Years of marching, fighting, and dying had broken their will. For the first time, Alexander's soldiers refused to follow him. And Alexander, the man who never retreated, was forced to turn back. Even the greatest ambition has boundaries. By now, Alexander ruled the largest empire the ancient world had ever known. But conquering is easier than ruling. His subjects were many: Macedonians, Greeks, Persians, Egyptians, Central Asians. Each expected a different kind of king. Alexander tried to unite them. He wore Persian dress, adopted Persian court rituals, encouraged intermarriage. To him, this was a new vision, a single empire with many cultures. To others, it was betrayal. Macedonians accused him of becoming a foreign tyrant. Persians doubted his sincerity. Greeks rejected monarchy itself. The conqueror could defeat armies, but he could not conquer suspicion. In 323 BCE, in the city of Babylon, Alexander fell ill. Within days, the strongest man in the world was dead. He was 32 years old. No clear heir. No clear successor. No clear plan. Soon, his generals fought each other. The empire shattered. The wars that followed killed tens of thousands. Here lies one of the greatest questions about Alexander. How could a man who planned every battle fail to plan his own death? And yet, from the ruins of his empire rose something new: the Hellenistic Age. Greek language spread from Greece to India. Science, medicine, mathematics, and philosophy flourished. Cities became centers of learning and trade. Alexander did not build this world himself. But without him, it would never have existed. So, was Alexander the Great really that great? He was a military genius, a fearless leader, a visionary dreamer, but also a ruthless conqueror, a reckless ruler, a man who left chaos behind. He did not bring peace. He brought transformation. Perhaps greatness is not about goodness. Perhaps it is about impact. Alexander did not rule long, but he changed the direction of history. And that may be the most dangerous kind of greatness of all. Alexander changed the world. But was he truly great? Like, subscribe, and see you in the next story.